What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So, there are a lot of recession fears, stock market's down, these tariffs, people are freaking out, panic selling. Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm not going to be panic selling, and I'm going to be buying. And I'll show you my recent buys, and I'm going to provide my rationales. The stock market has been down. People have been in panic mode. Now, a lot of sources have said that there would be a stock market correction in 2025. Didn't matter which president it was. A lot of people predicted this. They might be right. And I'm going to show you, I am down $18,953.41. Am I too concerned? No. And I'm going to show you why I'm buying and what I bought. And I'm going to show you an experiment that I have for you guys as to what happens with MSTY ETF. If you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Smash that like button. Let's check out my dividend portfolio and my buys right now. First off, for my IRA, I went big in NVIDIA. I threw $450.86 on April 4th. So I put some money in NVIDIA. I'm going to be maxing out my IRA. I'm going to probably dollar cost average. I don't want to throw everything all in at once because there's some buying opportunities with the stocks going up, the stocks going down. You know, I just think every week, put some money in, see what happens. I'm going to stick to the plan. Because guess what? Things happened in 2020, and I got some serious returns. I went after REITs, and it was very helpful. There were discounts, and I went after it. So let's check out my buys for this past week. I'll just show you some things that have been going on with my dividend portfolio. So, got Nike. I got some dividends at $3.02, ADP at $3.46, Coca-Cola at $5.57. And I got 9 buys. So I've been buying Dollar General, xpay. I'm going to have a video on xpay as to why I'm buying actually the Round Hill xpay ETF. Got some shares of SCHD at $29.83, UPS at $29.81, AMZP, the Curve Yield Premium Strategy, SEPI $28.45. Actually, I did buy some Comcast, $27.58. Nexstar Media, $27.69, and Cyan Investment Corp. So that was not a bad day at all with these buys. So I got some income that came in. FSK, $31.72 plus $2.97. Kimberly-Clark, $5.82. Beachy Properties, $30.14. TSLP, that's been a little bit down. I made $262.18. So with that, you'll see that I got MSTY. So what I'm going to do with MSTY, I'm going to throw in some play money and do an experiment and actually do a documentary on the MSTY investment. I'm going to probably get about 200 shares of it, never touch it again, and we will see what happens with MSTY. Now, it's been up, it's been down. This is probably the most controversial and the most hyped YieldMax ETF. This one, since inception, it's almost close to equilibrium. So it's kind of weird. The other ones have been getting killed. DONY ETF, NVDY ETF, TSLY ETF. A lot of these, ULTY ETF, you know, a lot of these have been getting destroyed. And they're at a huge risk of a reverse split. Because if they don't, there's some serious problems with investors. So with this experiment that I have with MSTY, we're going to see what happens long term. I may do that with some of these YieldMax ETFs, just long term. I am not a fan of these. This is why I have the Curve Yield and I have the other ones. I feel a lot more confident in them. But to do an experiment on these ETFs to show you guys what can happen. This could be like casino money that people throw in every year. Okay? Or not, I mean, it's not, for me, I can handle it. Just waiting on taxes to see how much I owe. And then we're going to start looking at some things and go from there. But I'm actually excited to see what can happen. It would be a good documentary for you guys to watch. See what happens. Could it be the rise? Could it be the fall of MSTY? So here's another thing, two buys. MSTY and AMZP, 214, 52, 35, 47. So again, I want to get to 200 shares of MSTY. So Iron Mountain, I got 382. Then I threw in another 250. Okay, so I got SEPI 3682, Comcast 2939, MSTY 3650, SCHD 3949, AMZP 7507, xpay 5574, and Cyan Investment Corp 1929. So the master plan has not been implemented. Probably in the next 2 weeks, you're going to see the master plan that I have. This is going to be a very strategic plan. And I've explained it before, but these monthly distributions from these ETFs, MSTY, xpay, AMZP, SEPI, all these are going to be targeting the high yielders. The high yielders then are going to target the dividend growth stocks. So the income from one thing is going to fund another thing, is going to fund another thing. That is going to be the master plan. And then Pi A is mostly the monthly distribution. Pi B is the REITs, the high yielders, and probably SCHD. And the final one is the dividend growers, the big juggernaut dividend growers. You know, Microsoft, probably add Apple, have AbbVie in there, Coca-Cola. So everything's going to be focused on feeding another thing. Long-term wise, I'm hoping that I can actually use the monthly income distributors to start buying the dividend growers, but I want to get the high yielders going first and then have the dividend growers be the target. Reliability isn't always the best with some of these monthly distributors. Maybe the NEOS might be a good one. Again, with the BITO, I'm using the income from BITO to fund the NEOS Bitcoin ETF. That's a lot of income that I'm getting each month with that. I may be putting more money in BITO since it's down as well. But that's going to be the master plan. And going over the what's going on with my portfolio, okay? I'm not too worried. Okay, this is let's do, since the start of the year, I'm down 10.18%. Past year, I made $6,893.64. So go to my dividend income estimation, okay? $20,586.75. So the good thing is the share price on a lot of these are down. Stock market is down, people are freaking out. This is a huge buying opportunity for a lot of us dividend investors. So I am going to go forward with the course, buy a lot of these monthly distributors so that I can go into the high yielders and go from there. But right now, with my pie, I'm going to leave it be right now until I get these taxes out of the way. You see Cyan Investment Corp right here, MSTY, UVV, Blue Owl Capital Corp, Comcast, Nexstar Media, Rexford Industrial Realty, UPS is down, SCHD is down, so that's a good buying opportunity. Old Republic International, we got SEPI right here, AMZP, Alexandria Real Estate Equities, Dollar General is actually up, xpay, which is down. I'm going to kind of explain my rationales with xpay. I'm going to probably try to do that next week. Prologis 38.92, Coca-Cola I'm up 89.34, and I call this a little storage area. I'm down 11.31%. I'm down $15,390.53. You have to be aware of the risks because I'm going to jump to the S&P 500 and everything and how things are looking. So we have a significant drop with the S&P 500. Okay, for start of the year, it's down 13.54%. So a lot of you that are buying VOO ETF, SPLG, this is a pretty good buying opportunity. And I'm not giving financial advice because if you look at the stock market, things go up and down. This has happened before. There's a stock market correction that it could be going on. So the S&P's down, which is nice. So again, you have to stick with the course. The market goes up, the market goes back down. You're just seeing the trends of even the S&P 500. Now, NVIDIA is something that I'm capitalizing on. I'm not going to buy NVDY ETF, and I'm going to show you why. NVDY ETF is getting crushed. Okay, NVIDIA is getting crushed. NVIDIA will probably be better than NVDY long-term wise. And I'm telling you, if Curve Yield or any of these other ones, NEOS or somebody makes a option income strategy ETF that's kind of is more stable and safer than NVDY ETF, you're going to see a lot of people jump ship because the YieldMax investors are starting to realize this is not good. The only thing that is keeping them going right now is MSTY ETF. Bitcoin gets killed, MSTY is going to get killed. So you have to be aware of that. The other thing I want to go over with investing is SCHD right now. SCHD has been down. So many investors are starting to capitalize on the opportunities, I myself included. It's at 25.28. So in summary, with the stock market being down, the YieldMax ETFs are getting crushed. That's expected. It's a bear market. The market's at an equilibrium or worse. You're going to see the YieldMax ETFs get crushed. The only thing holding them is MSTY. I am a long-term dividend investor. Now, it's great with the short term, okay? When things are looking good, Coney, MSTY, TSLY, NVDY. But what about when things get bad? That's the one thing you have to think about. Long-term wise, you're going to have SCHD winning. SCHD will never reverse split. SCHD has always just had, okay, SCHD just had a split, an ETF split. So people have an opportunity to buy it at a cheaper price. It didn't lose, okay? People are losing money with the YieldMax ETFs. I'm making this clear. I'm doing an experiment for you. Stock market's down. There's recession fears. The YieldMax ETFs are getting crushed. Curve yield is even a little bit of a risk. TSLP's down. So I just wanted to summarize a few things. If you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I will have a video for you tomorrow. I've been very busy, and I'm glad to squeeze in a video today. Take care and have a good one, and I'm going to jump to my disclaimer. So as a reminder, this is a disclaimer. Do not use my YouTube channel for any form of financial advice. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. Investing is a big risk. You can gain money, you can lose money. So be aware and do your due diligence. It is best to seek financial advice from a financial advisor. So go to a financial advisor for financial advice. Go to a tax advisor for tax advice. You have to be aware and do your due diligence when it comes to investing. Look at what's going on with the YieldMax ETFs. Take care and have a good one.